The true biography of Felix Manalo is a good, written and created by your humble servant, Jerry Cajelon. Just call me Tatang JC. Thank you very much. Before I proceed, my very dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen, and acquaintances, may you please don't forget to like, share my videos, and subscribe also to my YouTube channel so you can easily follow through on my next significant manifestations or testimonies. Thank you very much. To my very dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen, and acquaintances, here in the virtual internet of the cyber world who patronize and follow this true biography of Sir Felix Manalo is a good thank you very much. And for within 108 years, the cult and false Iglesia ni Cristo INCorporation battering our beloved nation, so much love and tears had gone through it. In our present modern and technological days, and just few years recently, everyone can sense and hear loudly from many corners, streets, and all over our country, the fake biography of Sir Felix Manalo is a good behind the movie curtains. Again, many were elated, and likewise, so many were also dismayed. This new movie became almost everyone's focal point of attention, just like many had been shown previously. It even received honors and place in the Guinness World Record. However, the one in front of you you're watching or reading and listening now should be the first of them all because of its truthfulness. This shall also be the last of them all, because none is similar to this anymore. Henceforth, this is the word of truth everyone is waiting for. Since the year 1886, when Sir Felix Manalo was born into this world, and until his last breath of life in the year 1963, he scourged our society for long 77 years. In the continuance of my narration, my dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen, and acquaintances, we have just started revealing his historic journey in life since 1914. In short, only 28 years so far we have exposed about him. Therefore, you still have so much needed to know about the true life of the so-called bird of prey or messenger or angel per se. Again, I am pleased and humbled to share all this to every one of you. Part 6, Biography of Felix Manalo is a good. The coming of the year 1914 became very historic and eventful, not just about the founding of the cult church by Sir Felix Manalo, but the sonorous rumors and dreadful news about the impending outbreak of the First World War or World War I. Every coming news about the war is accompanied by horrors and never-ending fear and uneasiness to our Filipino countrymen. They haven't got the chance to rest from the nightmares of slavery and haven't recovered from the wounds of past revolution, knowing they already suffered so much. On the other hand, this became a timely opportunity for the preachers of the living word to use this apprehension as their religious exploit to scam the minds of the people. Oftentimes, the rumors of war became the topic of all religious teachings and expositions, or called texto by Sir Felix Manalo in his sorcery with allies. He always connected or adjoined the second coming or advent of Christ in his preaching scheme, which is obviously his thought for being an Adventist before. This is just one of the examples of his scam and fraudulent or crooked teachings in the cult INCorporation. For instance, a true lie is forcefully aligning the First World War, which began on July 28, 1914 and ended on November 11, 1918, with the official establishment of Sir Felix Manalo's own cult association or society. According to him, this war per se is the sure sign in the fulfillment of prophecy in the establishment of his cult society or church. The sure sign per se of the exact time when the whole world is crying for peace, peace, and peace. And thereby followed by the coming per se of the bird of prey in the Philippines. Oh well, all these are seemingly analogous to the pure imaginations, hallucinations, thoughts, and dreams of Madame Ellen G. White, isn't it? Surely, it hadn't been easy and quick for Sir Felix Manalo to secretly organize his secret cult society or group, especially the works of convincing and converting his friends and allies to a new twisted teaching or doctrine he is formulating. One such reason which makes it hard for him to persuade others is being a reverend minister, respected Adventist pastor and evangelist at the time. So, many around him are being appalled and dismayed by his new thoughts, and those who knew him very well began mocking him. Also, his large circle of acquaintances in his jurisdiction started to ridicule him more often. Of course, it's because now he is hiding his true self behind two personalities, disguised or covering his face with masks. Meanwhile, he's just waiting for the right moment in totally exposing his true personal motive in the Adventist administration or Seventh-day Adventist Church, known as the SDA in Santa Ana, Manila, is assigned. A well-known incident was when the SDA church administrator and pastor L.V. Finster in Manila was replaced by the American pastor E.M. Adams. He took serious notice of Sir Felix Manalo's cleverness in religious debates. Sir Felix had shown cunning abilities in Bible intercourse which amazed various sectors or denominations among the Protestants and Catholics alike. Apparently, Pastor Adams and Sir Felix Manalo became close friends and many times were seen together dining in high-level social gatherings and festivities. Pastor Adams seriously planned on promoting Sir Felix Manalo to a head evangelist position in overseeing all Seventh-day Adventist localities nationwide. However, this proposition discarded abruptly or didn't happen because one grievous reason. Why? Well, here is the reason why. Pastor E.M. Adams was greatly struck, not very happy at all, and cannot reconcile what he found out from reading an article published in the magazine Ang Tanglaw, wherein the news is boldly published about the wedding of Sir Felix Manalo with Madame Honorata de Guzman in the Christian Mission Church, solemnized by Pastor Emiliano Quiano in Sangalong, Manila. According to Pastor Adams, this was a clear violation of major policy or fundamental decree in the Adventism Church, or SDA. Subsequently, he took enormous and serious attention to this case because at the time of the said wedding, Sir Felix is serving an official function as a pastor in the Adventist Church. Another unwelcome incident to Pastor E.M. Adams was a complaint lodged by a woman named Teresa Teodoro and two companions at his office. Mrs. Teresa filed a formal complaint to the Seventh-day Adventist administration against Sir Felix concerning their illicit sexual affair. This secret relationship was known to Tomasa Jeronimo and Basilia Santiago, who came along with her as two witnesses. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Teresa is just one of the several teenage students at the Christian Missions Bible School who are victims of Sir Felix of sexual harassment and womanizing. She is pleading for financial help and out of the regular salary of Sir Felix Manalo to provide for their 3-year-old daughter born out of wedlock. According to Mrs. Teresa, she haven't received any form of financial help in the past 2 years from Sir Felix Manalo, who, likewise, hadn't showed up to her and the child within the same years. According to Pastor E.M. Adams' conviction or understanding, Sir Felix Manalo must explain himself while serving as a preacher of the Word of God on 2 counts of violating the fundamental moral principle or doctrine inside the Seventh-day Adventist Church, or SDA. The first of these, his marriage is not morally honored or null and void in the Adventist Church. Secondly, it includes his acts of indecency or immorality as a preacher of the Word of God. Immediately thereafter, Pastor E.M. Adams called for an urgent meeting or emergency conference to all church senior members or elders nationwide, including Sir Felix Manalo. To make the story short, one day in April 1914, this meeting was held at the office of Malolos in the province of Bulacan Adventist Church. During the meeting, much chaos and profanity dominated all the noisy proceedings about the cases brought by the Adventist administration against Sir Felix Manalo. According to those who heard the conversations from outside the conference room, though incomprehensible but mostly about condemnations and utterances of offensive words in anger, All these annoyances can still be heard from tightly closed doors and windows of the building. Subsequently, the main details of the proceedings were kept confidential by the church senior member or elder I.H. Evans, the president of the Asiatic Division of Seventh-day Adventist Church or SDA. He expressed a dire concern about the possible consequences the incident may cause. Therefore, he ordered everyone concerned to completely prevent any compromises. The administration officials have voted and agreed primarily to bury all about this incident to a total secrecy in order to prevent it from becoming a stumbling block in the Adventist Church nationwide fellowship. Thereafter, Sir Felix Manalo resigned his membership and went back to Manila. He stayed temporarily with his cousins in Singalong. Meanwhile, he left the management of his own illicit church in Punta Santa Ana to Federico Inocencio. He left with his wife, Madame Honorata, who is then 1 month pregnant of their first child. She gave birth on March 10, 1914, and was named Pilar Manalo. The outcome of this maligning incident was painful to everyone who knew, especially to Madame Honorata, because now she uncovered the lies and unfaithfulness of her husband, Sir Felix Manalo. Moreover, their marriage relationship started to become cold and downhearted. And not long after, Sir Felix Y. Manalo filed a slander suit or libel or defamation against Tomasa Geronimo and Basilia Santiago, who stood as witnesses against him for immorality in the SDA. While waiting for the pending court hearings, his total disappearance in public view, since he stayed in Sangalong for about 3 months, became such an enigma to those who knew him well. Nobody really can talk more about Sir Felix's life may have been within that short period of time, except from some rumors of him becoming a drunkard and womanizer. There were some, however, who said he went back to Tipas, making and selling hats and caps with one of his cousins. Many were also saying he again congregated with the Colorum, which is now known for being an spiritualist group and rebelling against the present government. Well, whatever his reasons or purpose may be, in his short absence, the one known truth is he spent the time veiling out his resentment, anger, and humiliation from his family, close friends, and acquaintances. In the early part of July 1914, he and his family went back to Tipas and started preaching his own dogma or doctrines of his co-church, and was mistakenly thought by others of promoting the principles in Colorum. Currently, the Colorum movement, including other secret organizations demanding and fighting for Philippine independence from the foreigners, were intensely alarming within the American administration in the country. Therefore, the American government became very strict or stringent to all public groups and associations expressing various opinions and beliefs. Thus, it promulgates new laws, regulations, and requirements to register all known and future organizations. It was said, though, Some Protestant pastors warned Sir Felix of suing him for violating the new laws in preaching an unregistered religion or sect in the Bureau of Commerce and Industry, a government agency which became the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, commissioned in 1936. Eventually, on July 24, 1914, with the help of his lawyer friend, Juan Trinidad, Sir Felix Y. Manalo filed and submitted all the necessary documents in registering his cult society called Iglesia ni Cristo at the Bureau of Commerce and Industry. At first, this was registered as an ordinary social club or usual congregation or society for Sir Felix Manalo to adhere with the new law. It was officially registered and stamped on July 27, 1914, reviewed and approved in the same day. The change in form into a so-called sole corporation was brought about by the official or formal written request of Sir Felix Y. Manalo at the Bureau of Commerce and Industry. And the root cause is due to his selfish interest or greed to maintain overall authority and ownership by himself or by his family lineage granted by the privileges embodied within the sole proprietorship form of corporation. In this form of ownership, he may be legally able to fully transfer the authority and ownership of the church to anyone or his family he may desire. Actually, this happened later and eventually only after some years when the church membership grew much bigger in number or members already. I will discuss more about this in detail in my future presentations. To my very dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen and acquaintances, may you please stay tuned for the upcoming part 7 of the biography of Sir Felix Manalo Isagun in my next presentation on the Internet of the Cyber World. Again, to my very dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen and acquaintances, may you please don't forget to like, share my videos, and subscribe also to my YouTube channel so you can easily follow through on my next significant manifestations or testimonies. Thank you very much.